Alright guys, it's been a while since I've been on here. It'll probably be my last video for a while. For a long while. This is hit hard. I know that this program is real. That I'm on my own in my own personal war. These guys want to kill you. These guys want to terminate you. These guys want to ruin every aspect of who you are. Kind of program. My name is Jonathan Garrett Clayton, son of Rocky Clayton, brother of April Clayton. I have become a targeted individual. I was illegally blacklisted by a company which started all this. Unrelentless harassment, following me around, constant ringing in my ear, my fingertips and my hands burning, just one thing after another that you would think this would be done to criminals, and it used to be, for what I've learned. Now it's being done with to innocent individuals. I watched this video that a friend of mine on here sent me, and it has a connection between the 5G internet system and gang stalking. Have a connection somehow. I'm studying that, trying to figure out what's going on with that. But I have lost numerous jobs. I have found it real hard to keep afloat. I've lost contact with my sister. I mean, I brought this on myself with my sister because of my past. But there's been slanderous lies put out against me. I have been labeled a child molester. I have been labeled a drug abuser, a drug addict, a drug dealer. This is a serious program, and I've got to take it seriously. Who put me on here was Alicia McCoy and Frank Smith. They had a hold of my private IP because I logged onto their internet, and they used that to get me blacklisted. And found out the police department's not on your side. Nobody's on your side, because now the police department's trying to send me to go get help. I don't need help. Y'all could try all damn day to try to tell me to go get help. I know what's real and what's not. To anybody that watches my videos out there, do not go get help. Do not go get help. This is a real organization. What you are seeing is real. What you are experiencing is real. You are in a fight of your life. The whole world's got eyes on you. From my background, I grew up in a very, very hard life. Torture from my mother. Fighting my whole life, fighting for what I eat. Got in with a bad crowd when I was younger, and luckily I don't have a criminal record whatsoever. I've been fortunate on that. I straightened up my life after my dad passed away, and been just trying to fly right, work my ass off, and I've lost numerous jobs because of this program. And I went to the police because my private investigator found out that police organizations are real. They will harass you, they will cause you problems, and they will not help you. They will yell at you, be mean to you. It feels like you have nowhere to turn, kind of program. It has caused numerous problems between me and my woman. I love her to death. She's been very supportive. It's made me lose friends. It's made me lose contact with my kids. My kids, man. But I'm going to tell you this to the people that is doing this to me. Who's your God? Where's your Where's your drawing line at? Do y'all enjoy killing innocent individuals? Women, children, fathers, mothers? Making their lives a living hell when all they did was pay their taxes and go to work. And this program is made for nobody to believe you, nobody to care, nobody to give a shit. It's meant to drive away everybody in your life. This is the most demonic, sickening organization I have ever heard from in my life. I don't really have any family left. All that was left was basically my sister, and she don't want nothing to do with me. Some people told her some lies that are part of this program to rid her from my life completely. And it doesn't help the fact that how I've acted in the past, of course she's going to believe it. Because I used to steal from my family. I used to lie all the damn time. I would lie so much I believed the lie was real. Meaning pathological liar and narcissist. Following those lines. Because when I was growing up, and I'm not blaming this on my past, I'm accountable for my own actions. But when I was growing up, I'm not going to put my sister in this because I don't like to put our business out there like that, but I basically had to fight for food because my mom was a pill popper, and she'd sleep all day, and when we'd sneak out of our rooms to try to get food, she'd yell at us and tell us to get back in our room, and we'd be hungry. We'd be stuck in the room doing nothing all day, tortured, and I didn't have no friends. I didn't have nobody. Didn't have anybody. I was beat up at school all the time, picked on. I didn't know which way to turn. I was torn apart, piece by piece. At an early age, I wanted to be done with life. I didn't think this was life. And then I became so used to it, I thought this is what life meant. This is how you learn life. And then I started lying. I started lying over and over and over and over. It became a part of me through life. And it got so hard not to, because I believed my own lies were real. And it destroyed me on the inside. It tore me apart. Then my 6th grade year, I thought being beat up and picked on was normal in life. I thought sorry guys. It's the first time I've ever said this out in the open, but I'm trying to maintain my composure, my credibility, my set of mind, my mind state, a lot of things. This is hard. Come my 6th grade year, I got called down to the office, and my dad that was standing there in his Dallas Sheriff's uniform, and all I did was I didn't know what to do. I was afraid, I was terrified. My whole life I was made to believe that the life that I was living was real, and nobody could change that for me. I believed my life was normal. I thought that was normal. And tore me apart. My dad got custody of me, and when I came over here to the house I'm living in now that I took over, my dad said, "Go out and play with the other kids." huh? I didn't know how to react to that, cause I uh, I was led to believe that my life was meant to be the way that it was. That there's no peace. There's no. I'm always going to be fighting for my life. And when I got to go outside and play the first time, it's like I didn't want to come in ever. I didn't want to come in whatsoever. I wanted to stay out there. I wanted to not come in. My dad would have to come chase me down to bring me in. As I grew older, my past started coming up to haunt me. And I started having these very bad anger issues to where somebody looked at me wrong, I'm busting your jaw kind of issues. And it got bad. I started hanging out with the wrong crowd, skipping school, and my dad was worried. Let me tell you before I jump on this. My dad was the kind of man when I was tortured by my mother and I couldn't sleep at night, I would wake up at night terrors. My father would come in here, stay up the whole damn night, and lose sleep working constantly, day in, day out, at the sheriff's department to make sure I'm okay. He didn't meet another woman or anything. He just wanted to put his focus on us, me and my sister. He loved us. My dad, it was the definition of the best father I could possibly ever imagine. And now I'm going to jump back on to that. I started stealing from my dad. I started stealing from my sister. I stole my sister's engagement ring or promise ring or whatever and gave it to a girl and said I bought it. And then, thinking that I wouldn't get caught, she goes up to the store where my sister works, didn't know it, and my sister goes, that looks like my ring. And boom. My sister wanted to kill me. After I graduated, I met this woman named Alicia Hampshire. Got married to her and thought everything was going well, and I married literally the devil. This woman, I would not hit a woman. I would not hit a woman. She beat me fiercely, stabbed me, everything. I tried to make everything work. It's like one thing after another, bad things happening in my life. Like nothing. I don't get no peace. I don't get no common ground. It's like I don't get to live a normal life when I try, and this pain inside me. When my dad got sick, I wasn't living at home at the time, and my sister and me talked. I was desperate. I didn't have no place to go. I was about to be kicked out of where I was at. Dad he didn't want to go into a retirement home. So my dad didn't trust me, but he loved me. But he didn't trust me. Which I caused that for myself. So in order to come home, I had to sign a contract to take care of my dad, and that's what I did. Everything's going great. I took care of him, let's say, about 6-7 years before he passed away, 2017, day after Thanksgiving. Through the years of taking care of him, I was so upset at myself. I hated who I was. So I lashed out at my sister. I lashed out at my dad. My dad was in a wheelchair, and I cut him down like a piece of shit, talking these most nastiest things that you could possibly imagine. I was the devil in my own eyes. I didn't have God. I didn't have nothing. I didn't have nothing. It was just an empty black void in me that just had hatred towards myself, so I took it out on everybody else. But you know what my dad did? After all those bad words I would say to him, all the hatred I would say to him, he never stopped saying he loved me. Never stopped. He could have threw me out on the street. He could have kicked me into the curb. He could have done a lot of things. But no. My dad always, through the thick, the hard, the easy, my dad never gave up on me. He never gave up on me. He saw the greatness in me. Dad, I love you. I'm trying. Anywho, day after Thanksgiving, I came home. I was running 3 jobs with Fixer Company, or 4 jobs that day. I was on call, Fixer Company Plumbing. I ran 3 jobs. I came home to swing by here to check on my dad because the next job was like right up the road. And I was just going to go over there. I think I was snaking out a drain or just picking up a check from a job. I'm not for sure. I was only going to be gone for about 30 minutes, which I was, 45 minutes. And me and my dad, before I left, we got in a huge ass argument because my dad would take off his Depends. Hold on just a second. What are you doing? Sorry, that was my dogs, guys. Anywho, I got a big argument because he would take off his Depends, and I yelled at him and said, "Dad, I'm basically your caretaker. If Adult Protective Services see this, it's going to look bad on me. You got to quit taking those off." And he's like, "Oh, but they're wet." I was like, "Well, you need to tell me so I can change them, Dad." And well, I wanted to take them off. And I don't know what came over me. I snapped. I was like, "You piece of shit, I am tired of you. Why can't you just get the fuck gone? Why can't you just be done so I can go on about my life? You ruined my life, yada, 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 yada." I mean, this guy's just stared at me. My dad is just staring at me, not saying a word, not shedding a tear. And he asked me, "Can you get me some cigarettes and a Coke on the way home, please, son?" "Yeah, what the fuck ever, Dad, I'll get it. Fuck off." That's what I said. Sorry, guys. As I was about to walk out that door, after all those mean things I said to my father, my dad said this: "Son, John, wait. I love you, son." I didn't say nothing back to him. My dad was the greatest man that I ever knew. All he said was, "I love you, son. Everything's gonna be alright." I blamed myself, and I still do. And I promised myself after he passed away, I'd never go back to the way I was. And just day by day, I just been trying to do the best I can by holding the job down. And then this hits. I wanted to make my dad proud. I wanted to make him smile at me and say, I'm proud of you, son. Word of advice to anybody out there having problems with the father, the mother, the brother, the sister. Don't let words go unsaid that needs to be said. Don't let your hatred for yourself devour the love for your family. Don't roll over for anybody. Fight through the hardest times in life. Because there's always a good outcome. There's always a good outcome. Always is and always will be. If you think positive things come your way. And my motivation is to keep pushing for my father, so one day he could look down upon me and say, I'm proud of you, son. To be a good father, and for my kids to see me as a good father. For my sister to show up over here at this house, if I'm able to keep it, which I'm trying my hardest. For my sister to show up over here and give me a hug and say, I love you, John. Because I surely do miss her. Don't let words go unsaid. Love thy neighbor, love father and mother. Be respectful, kind, and humble. Don't live your life in hate. Happiness is always the best way to go. From a person that came from hate and anger and his own personal hell. You don't want to walk down those roads. Because having a war inside your head is torture. And now, the things that are happening to me, maybe this was meant to happen to me for a reason, I don't know. But I will not give up, and I will not fall over, because I know somebody's watching down upon me and wants to see me push through this. I know he wants to see how tough I really am. And these motherfuckers think they're going to get me down? No. I got something to live for. I got my kids that I got to look over. I got my woman I got to look over. I got my best friend that's like a brother to me to watch over. You will not beat me. You will not beat me. Take everything, but you won't. You won't make me lose hope. Everybody stop hating each other. Stop having this hate towards whites, towards blacks, what origin you are, what sexuality that you defer as. I don't care. As long as you respect me, I respect you. And I'll get my shirt off my back, what I got. So, people, good luck.